It's Week 16 of the 2022 season, and we'll see the versatile Deebo Samuel as utter dominance has moved him within range of the single-season receiving record. It's the 49ers and the Commanders just ahead on EA Sports.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. As CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taking it about the 1. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Wentz first play going right to the air. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. This pass hauled in by Dotson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. San Francisco ready for their first drive of the game on offense. And in his 9th season in the league, 6 with the 49ers, it's Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. No score after one on EA Sports. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The throw over the middle taken in. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only a scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now 1st down. Wentz's throw into the hands of McLaurin. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. To throw, it's Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wentz to throw again. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz over the middle, brought in by Dotson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete to Dotson.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Wentz to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcast.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Play action, Garoppolo.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction, and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Wentz and looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The kick by Gold is good, and the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. Throwing now is Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And quickly they get to the line. Now a play fake. Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Niners are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Garoppolo looking to throw.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And they're going to speed things up here. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Got his target, Samuel.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Niners, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.